So guys, I just needed a pause from digging all those holes, and I thought why not catch my breath and show you guys some roses at the same time. We have some new bare root roses here that have arrived from Agel in Germany. At least I believe that is what the company is called, Agel. Yeah, there should be a lot of French roses inside, so let's go ahead and open the package and check how they store things and how the quality is when you order from them. And as you guys can see, we have an instruction here how to plant our roses and a bit of information about the company and everything, so that's nice. I also believe this is their own roses on the front page. I have often thought about trying it, and they claim it is very fragrant. Let me know if any of you have tried, I believe it's called the Magda rose out there, and what you think about it. As you can see here, we have a very standard packaging, which I quite like with the plastic bag. I don't mind it's a cheap plastic bag, just as long as it keeps moisture inside, right? I don't like when we have bare roots rubbing up against the cardboard. They dry out so fast. Also think we have a little container plant down here, but yeah, let's go ahead and let's get these roses unpacked. So let's start with these container plants here, and my immediate reaction is there's a bit of stuff broken here, but that could be the postal service, I don't know. I'm not really going to blame any company for anything in plastic arriving broken, because you know how the postal service is. They sometimes throw the packages everywhere, so I can't really know if that is the company, therefore I'm not going to blame the company for it. One thing I will say though is I'm not sure buying container roses is totally worth it from Agel, because you can see these are very, very small container roses, and honestly they could just as well be first year bare root roses that have just been potted. So I'm not sure that the container roses are worth that extra bit of money. But this is Rose Clovigo. I believe it's called Clovigo, something like that. Monsieur or some. I'm not sure. You'll have to ask the French. I'll have to learn these names before I do the reviews of them. Here we have La Parisienne, and a lot of these roses I have already shown you guys before. They were in the French video with 104 French roses, so I'm not going to do too much out of this unboxing. We're just going to look at the quality. But so far I'm not completely sold on the container rose quality from Agel roses. Now, one thing I immediately noticed down here is there's none of those wood shavings that I usually get from Agel roses. Normally the whole bag if you order during winter is covered with wood shavings, and those have previously been quite annoying because you quickly get those wood shavings everywhere when they stuff the bags with them. But in this bag here closer to summer, they seem to have quit the wood shavings, so I guess that is a positive for me. We don't really need them anymore, and to be honest with you, all the wood shavings they put into the bare root rose bags the last few times I've ordered, where I've forgotten to record videos, by the way, those kind of got stuck with, on my pant legs and on my pants and everything, and I was just dragging them around the garden, those wood shavings. The kind of long wood shavings they usually do, very long thin wood shavings. So I'm actually quite happy to see there's no wood shavings this time. But let's go ahead and unbox the bare roots here. So let's go through round one here. The first one is Festival Desjardins Chamon, I believe. I can barely see it myself sometimes because the plant signs are so dirty. And then we have Grand Cycle. I believe this one is also called Great Century in English, Grand Cycle. Again, my immediate reaction is the quality here is kind of small compared to what you pay. Like often at Agel you pay like 18 to 20 euros, so far I'm not that impressed with the quality actually. Here we have Goiseroy, I believe. Yeah, Goiseroy. These plant tags are a little bit dirty, so I sometimes have to look a little closer. And here we have Jardin de Bagatelle. This one is okay. Like, I don't have an issue with this one, but I do believe some of the others are kind of, they kind of look more weak. Like normally I can only have like 2 bare roots placed next to each other here, and you can see I have 4 here, so they are kind of more small. And normally I'm not troubled by that if you pay a lower amount of money, like we do at Turincentum Lotum, where we pay like 5 to 6 euros. But when we are paying like 18 to 20 euros, then I'm really starting to question here. And here we have La Sereine Terre et Passion. It is okay. It is okay. Very beautiful rose. If you haven't checked out the look of that one from Delbart, it looks so beautiful from the pictures. So I can't wait to grow that one. And here we have Comtesse de Ségur. I don't see that one grown a lot, but it is supposed to be a very, very fragrant rose also. So yeah, that was the first portion of our Agel roses. So far I'm not terrible impressed by the price to quality ratio here. They are a bit on the thin side, a bit slender, I guess you could say. But let's go through the next ones I have for you guys. So let's try to untangle these ones. Again, can you guys see how small that is, how thin that is? Honestly, it will be okay if I pay like 5 or 6 euros, but honestly, you guys know this is a Guilleux rose, right? From the Blue Plant Science, and you guys know how good quality we get when we pay 18 to 20 euros directly from Guilleux. And that is something I've always been so bothered by. Whenever you buy Guilleux roses from other nurseries, they're so small compared to when you buy from Guilleux. And it doesn't matter if it's Turincentum Lotum, like this one might as well have been out of Turincentum Lotum. On size, right? It might even have been a little bit better from Turincentum Lotum. This is a very young rose, and that is why I think Guilleux roses sometimes get a little bit of a bad reputation, because when you order from other places except Guilleux himself, you often get these very thin, very more anorexic plant, I guess you can say. But let's continue here and hope it improves. Now this one is actually a nice rose. That is an A-quality rose. There's nothing to complain about that one. And that is Grafen Bettina Bernadotte. If I can get it to focus here. It can sometimes be a bit of an issue. I have to... Yeah, it started focusing there. I can't remember. Did I mention what this one was in my rant? Oh, it was the Geneve Orsi. But let's continue. And what is this one? It is a Harald Wolfhardt. Sometimes the camera has a bit of an issue to focus on these signs when they are dirty. So I think the quality is okay on that one. That seems okay. And what about over here? Here we have Centenaire de Lourdes or something like that. It is one of the most famous of the Delbart roses. It has been in production since, I can't remember if it was the 50s or 60s. A very famous one along with Grand Cycle. And Grand Cycle is also one of the parents to Nahima and a lot of the other climbing roses we like. That's why I want to try it. This one is okay. This one is also okay. A quality, I'll say. It is Baron Edmond de Rothschild, a Milan rose. I couldn't get this one at Milan because they told me it was sold out. So we'll try it there. And what about this one? This one is a Delbart rose, and it is Mummy Blue. Mummy Blue. The quality is okay. There's crossing stamps nearly there. I don't like seeing that because that means I'll have to get rid of one of those two. So I'll have to decide which one stays and which one goes, I guess. Let's see down here. We have Arthur Rimbaud. As far as I remember, that's also a Milan rose. And we have Alexandrine, also a Milan rose. I actually think the quality is okay on these ones. It's okay, it's not super great, but compared to some of the others that are very spindly in the growth, I think they're okay. All in all, I'm not super impressed by Agel roses. I guess I put an N on there. It's Agel, not Agel. I think the price is a bit expensive for some of the roses, and I don't know why. The Galieu roses are nearly never worth buying from anywhere except Galieu himself, because there's such a huge quality difference, and it's only like 3 or 4 euros. It's kind of like when you buy perfumer roses from Turinsinum Lotum, the Codès roses. They're almost always better to buy from Codès himself, because there's like 3 to 5 euros in difference, and Turinsinum Lotum is actually quite expensive for the perfumer roses. And I feel like a lot of places it is the same with Galieu. When you buy from the original place, the quality is so much better, and there's only like a small price increase. All in all, I'm not too impressed with Agel Rosen. I would say it is a good place to buy if you can't get it anywhere else, but if you have the opportunity to get some of the rare plants somewhere else, you might want to consider it. The Milan roses seem okay. The Dilbard roses and the Galieu roses are a bit on the spindly side, or the thin side, really. So yeah, guys, I guess that was it, and I have no excuse now to get back to digging a lot of holes here, and I guess I have my whole exercise program in front of me here. So take care out there, guys.